And here we are, 6:59 p.m.ish Mountain Time. Don't you wish we didn't have to keep flicking those damned clocks forward and backward every year? That's not what I'm here to bitch about, but I am definitely here because, hey, if I'm not bitching, people ain't listening. I want to talk about how President Donald Trump, amidst all the furor, all the trouble overseas, wants to cap interest rates on credit cards. I say, God bless you, buddy. Make it happen. Executive order. Arrest people. Whatever you got to do. Let's get it down. I'm not a victim of pirate credit interest rates, but millions of Americans are. You understand, predatory lending really came into motion. It really got its steam up under President Clinton when he basically said, you can charge 1,000,000%. We don't care anymore. You understand? Look at the credit world today. It's no wonder the president wants these rates dropped and capped. I mean, it's usury. It's what it is. Just 30, 40, 50 years ago, you'd go to jail for this shit. Now, it's BAU, baby. Business as usual. And does it suck? It sucks. Hey, banks, I would ask you, can I do that still? Can you read between the lines, you sons of bitches? You understand something. One popular credit card, way too popular. I get their invites in the mail all the time saying pre-approved for 28% interest. That doesn't count late fees or other charges. 28%. Good God Almighty. And this particular bank uses techniques previously illegal to get their money. Hang on. You see, for a long time, the law controlled just what a debt collector could do, what he could say, couldn't call you at work, etc., etc., etc. A lot of that's been sort of either erased or slipped by because Democrats like the big money of credit. There are a lot of banks out there, and I use the word banks very loosely, that are engaging in what I call thug collection of overdue debt. You understand? There are leg breakers out there. This one bank I'm talking about uses them. I've talked to a couple of the guys. They'll go to your work, take you up behind the building, and discuss a way to get the money back. What the hell is this? Is this 1935 Mafia? No, this is the legacy of the Democrat presidential candidate. The presidential terms of office, every time a Dem gets in, he makes things easier for predatory lenders. Now, I was watching a TV ad. It wasn't even broadcast TV. It was cable TV. Same thing, okay? It's a money company. They loan you money. They're money lenders. They're all over the country. They boast and they say, we have the lowest rates, lower than our competitors. Yeah, because their competitors are Blackbeard, Redbeard, Bluebeard. Okay? They're cutthroats. But they say that they have the lowest interest rate. By the way, their collection methods are no gentler, no more subtle than those of their competitors. Air quotes. Competitors! This company boasts, check it out, please follow me. Get your calculators out, children. Here we go. You can borrow $1,000 and the interest is only $7.50 a day. What? $7.50. Come on. That's a cup of coffee at a convenience store. Cool. That seems like a good deal, but let's do the math, shall we? Okay. That's $225 a month without reducing your principal. You pay $225 a month. You haven't touched that $1,000. You still owe $1,000, and every day you owe $750 more. But that's the lowest rate, so they claim. At the end of the month, interest paid up, right? $225. That's a power bill in California for a small home. You still owe $1,000. Let's move along. They say, and you can take up to a year to pay. Oh, yeah, I think so. After a year, if you've kept up on your interest, you've paid $2,700, $2,700, $2,700, and that's only the interest. You still Oh, the $1,000. Ah, I'm in the wrong racket. I need to open a money lending store. Hire some thugs. My God. I guess loan sharking, aka usury, is a part of our culture now. Neither you nor I are going to be borrowing from these people. I'm fortunate enough, blessed enough to not have to do that, to not feel so desperately in trouble that I do it. But a lot of people are, especially hard hit, are the young people, young couples. Their families, maybe 20-something-year-old boy and girl and a baby or two. These guys are being slammed with incredible cost of housing. America's housing crisis is a national shame. It's an international shame. Kids can't even rent, let alone buy. They got to live with their families because of the housing crisis. And food costs going up, going up, going. You know what? They can only survive if they have a family to lean on. And unfortunately, a lot of these young couples don't have parents they can lean on, don't have local support. They don't have it. They face underemployment. They face unemployment. Their only rescue, a $25 an hour job isn't shit anymore. And they don't go to the church for help. You understand? These bastard loan sharks have got them. And when they get this ad in the mail, you're pre-approved for so much, they'll go for it. They're desperate. They need money. They got to pay bills, got to feed the baby, got to pay rent. That bastard landlord who should be strung up by his thumbs. Okay? If the president has his way, God bless you, Donald Trump, do it, and interest rates of this sort are curbed, it's going to bring balance. Yes, even those disqualified from credit that they can't afford are going to find a less painful, less distressing life in the future. You understand? More and more kids aren't going to church anymore. I recently counseled a couple that they're clever kids. They don't go to church. They're not religious. And when I said, have you gone to church for help? They stopped. They said, I never thought of that. That idea never came to my mind. So I introduced them to a friendly church, and they're now under the loving care of a pastor and a church that will help them to constructively get out of the hole they're in. We have got to do something because so many of these people, they're getting credit, but the credit's 28 to 30%. Somebody kiss my ass and call me Susan. That's wrong, wrong, wrong. And they don't know about church, or they don't want to go to church, or they don't have family or whatever. Do you understand? For the president to lower and cap interest rates, yes, it's going to deny credit card credit to millions of people. But those are people who don't need credit card debt. It's better to live in a tent in the park than to have their thugs chasing you around for their 28%. Oh, it just pisses me off. Makes me want to go into a lending place somewhere, find the guy who owns it, walk outside, have a chat with him, and leave him sucking mud on the ground. That's just a wish. That's not going to happen. I'm old, and I bitch, and I'm sorry. But that's the way I feel.